So today's video is going to be makeup that would be cool today. Thought I'd do a video going through makeup history and seeing what makeup would still be like successful today. Like, would it still sell today in today's market of makeup? So we'll start with the Benefit Hula bronzer. This is definitely would still be cool today. People would still buy it and hype about it. It's not like the Urban Decay Naked palettes where if they came out today they'd get, oh my goodness, roasted. Because their formula's like was good for the time but not great for now sort of thing. Whereas Benefit Hula bronzer, their formula's still good. Next is the Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara. This was a good mascara for the time it came out. But I think if it came out today, it would probably be beaten by the Maybelline Sky High Mascara, which is my favourite mascara. Next is the MAC lipstick shade in Velvet Teddy. Velvet Teddy would probably sell out because people like good nude pinky shades. The formula's like nice, buttery, creamy on your lips. Like, I don't think there would be anything that really would beat it out. Unlike Better Than Sex, where Maybelline would beat them because everyone hypes over that mascara. Next is the Nars Blushes. I feel like, in terms of today's hype, because there wasn't like massives of hype at the time, and there's so many blushes, no one would really hype about it. Also, it's not like the cheapest blush, but it's not the most expensive. It's kind of like there are better blushes out there that are much cheaper. Even Rimmel blushes have more pigment sort of thing than them. Like, there's very few, I think, that still would use it today. I feel like there's very few skin tones it really sort of shows up on, and very few types of skin it shows up on. So, next is the Benefit Bad Girl Bang Mascara. This had so much hype for a bit, but to be honest, I think it would meet the hype for a while today and then just fade out because some people hate it, some people like it. But also it's like we've got Sky High now. We've got like Lash Sensational, we've got all of these mascaras around, so would it quite meet the hype today? Might not be for very long. Next is the Maybelline Baby Lips. If they came out today, they probably would not get the same hype because at the time they came out, there was not as many tinted lip balms. Also known as sheen lipsticks, as there was, like, Nivea do them, like Nivea do a lot of different ones. So there's a lot more tinted lip balms these days, so it would be hard for them to get that same exposure than when they came out, so I don't think they'd be quite as successful as they were. They might get a little bit of exposure, but not as much. Next is the Maybelline Fit Me Powder. It would do well because there's still hype, people talk about it, people love it. For people, it's their holy grail product. And the formula is good, and people continue to rebuy it, so I think it would sort of meet the hype. Next is the Anastasia Dipbrow. The formula is good, personally not for me. To be honest, it was extremely hyped, but then it just died down. When like the Benefit Cabrow came out, because that's like the dupe of the Dipbrow, is the Cabrow. And people preferred the Cabrow over the Dipbrow. So there'd be hype and it would just die down if it came out now. Gonna be coming out with a video on Anastasia Beverly Hills next week. Next is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. To be honest, if it came out today, it would probably be seen as quite a boring, warm-toned palette. Because if it came out today, it would be seen as boring, but back then it set the trends for what we see today. If it came out later, it would be seen as boring and probably would be roasted for being boring. But it wouldn't really set the trends these days, whereas when it came out it did. So Next is the Rimmel Stay Radiant Concealer. To be honest, the formula is good, but the hype has died down because how saturated the concealer market is. So it probably wouldn't come out with the same hype if it came out today, because probably wouldn't get a foot in the door. Next is the Laura Mercier Setting Powder. Definitely not going to be the hype because there are so many loose powders that are much cheaper price. So it probably wouldn't get a look in today's market because it is a good product. People would look at the price and be like, there are cheaper ones that are just as good as that. Let's not waste money, like everyone's smarter consumers these days. Next is the Urban Decay Naked 2. At this time and the point of the time it came out, there's hype today it would be roasted for not being the best formula and being seen as like another boring, warm or cool toned neutral palette. Next is the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. This was everyone's favourite setting spray, but there are so many setting sprays that are just as good as this one for a much cheaper price. So I don't think it would be successful because it wouldn't get a foot in the door. People would be like, why would I buy a really expensive setting spray when other cheaper ones are just as good? Next is the Naked 3. This was the first ever Naked palette I heard of. Not sure it would be hyped up now, probably would just be seen as another boring palette. The time it came out it was good. Next is the final one, Eyelash Curlers. This was such a trendy thing to do. From 2014 to 2016, you don't really see people do it anymore, so I'm not sure if they came out now, it would probably hype and then die down. Sorry if the camera is a bit shaky, I'm literally holding my phone, so that's why. So, if you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe down below for more of Slickmas. Can't believe we're almost done the first week, like it's literally the 9th today. So I'm gonna end it here.